To the first ever Golden Dome Fantasy Football Advice Line. In the future, I'll be joined by my tag team partner Franz Ditka, and I'll be doing my kind of a fantasy football alter ego. It's going to be Fire Marshal Bill. But here we go. So we got some surefire waiver wire pickups this week. Hey, let me tell you something. These guys are on fire at quarterback. We suggest that you kind of look for Shaun Hill from the Rams, Drew Stanton for the Arizona Cardinals, Mark Sanchez. He might have had a little struggle, but for the Eagles, he's their guy for a little bit. And then you got Josh McCown down there at Tampa Bay. Yes, the Buccaneers. Then we look at the running backs. The hot one this week is probably going to be Jonas Gray from the Patriots, but look out, they just signed Blunt that just waived from the Steelers. Alfred Blue, watch out for him. As we all know that Foster for the Texans has a history of getting injured. We got Bryce Brown for the Buffalo Bills. Yeah, he's going to be splitting some time, but he's very good out of the backfield in the PPR leagues. Then finally, look out for Randall for the Cowboys. Then let's move on to the wide receivers. We have Michael Floyd, made a reappearance down there at the Cardinals. He might be available in some of your leagues. Then we also have Landry from the Dolphins. We have Devontae Adams. Look out for him down there with Green Bay because Rodgers is definitely on fire. And then we have Kenny Britt for the St. Louis Rams. Might be a good partner with Shaun Hill. Then we kind of move over to the tight ends, kind of slim pickings, but look out for those folks. Some folks dropped Kyle Rudolph. He is definitely a number one tight end out of Vikings that might be available in some of your waiver wires. Michael Rivera from the Raiders has been making some noise the last couple of weeks. Then you got Mr. Clay down there with the Dolphins. And then finally, maybe Jermaine Gresham. He had a couple touchdowns, but Tyler Eifert is out for the year for the Bengals. Defenses to look for: Green Bay has been hot since they moved Clay Matthews into the middle. The Browns, the Vikings, and then the Rams look very good against the Broncos. Can they keep it up? Hopefully the Rams haven't instituted the pay to hit thing again, but they were definitely all over the place. And then maybe some kickers to think about is Bullock from the Texans, and then you got Murray that's also out there. So let's move into some must starts, and then maybe some recommendations for those that we think you might have to sit. So out of the order, we're not going to give you the Peyton Mannings, the Bradys and such, but kind of like in quarterbacks, kind of like Andrew Luck's probably not a big thing, but I like him. McNown, Jay Cutler, like him this week, and Tommy Romo for the Cowboys. And then for the ones that we kind of going to throw a little caution this week, just due to matchups. I know we said pick up Drew Stanton, but I would be cautious with him starting this week. I think Ellington's going to have a big day as a running back, but I don't recommend Drew Stanton for the Cardinals this week. RG3, definitely need to keep him on the bench if you're thinking about working him. Eli Manning's another one that I would throw caution. And then Mr. Dalton there for the Bengals. I would definitely probably sit him this week. Then at running back, we have Eddie Lacy is a recommended start. Then we have Mr. Ellington. That we have Robinson is probably a very good one. And then whichever one of the running backs from Texans that are going to start this week, whether it's Blue or Foster, that's definitely a recommended start this week. Ones that we throw caution to: Rashad Jennings for the Giants, Alfred Morris for the Redskins, Hillman. Well, we all know that he's out now, but I would be very cautious with maybe C.J. Anderson. Although he looked good that 1 week, I would just have to see how the wide receivers for Denver Broncos look as they recover during the week this week. And then, unfortunately, with Bradshaw getting knocked out there, At the Colts, I don't recommend Trent Richardson as being a solution in your lineups. Look elsewhere. Then we have wide receivers, besides the typical studs you have every week. I like Macklin for the Eagles, Randall Cobb for the Packers, and then Golden Tate is going to continue his ways there. He's probably a great start for the Lions this week, and Jordan Matthews for the Eagles. So a little surprise there. One maybe watch out this week, Fitzgerald for the Cardinals, Percy Harvin for the Jets, Vincent Jackson there for the Buccaneers. I kind of like Evans is their star receiver now. And then be cautious with Doug Baldwin this week with their matchup this week. Definitely some tight ends to really think about as starts this week. Kelsey from the Kansas City Chiefs. Then we have Rivera for the Oakland Raiders, Jason Witten for the Cowboys, and Mr. Donnell for the Giants this week. Kickers like Sturgis, Vinatieri, Bullock, and Bryant as maybe some of the, not the marquee names, but ones that really considered to start this week. And your defenses, I think, with some great matchups. I'll go with Kansas City Chiefs, the Green Bay Packers, the San Francisco 49ers, and Indianapolis Colts this week. So, hopefully, these pickups, suggestions, the starters that are maybe outside your normal stud ones that you should start every week, and that's your wide receivers and tight ends. Hopefully those help, and then the ones you should really be cautious about starting this week. So hopefully this helps. Hopefully this video is good. So I'm going to post on YouTube. We'll see if it works. If not, give me a thumbs down if I do really bad. But next week I should be joined by my partner in crime. We call him D-Train, but he's also going to be doing a Franz Ditka, so you never know, he might have some muscles. But you guys, good luck this week in your fantasy football. As the playoffs get near, I think these are going to help you survive this week and maybe extend into the playoff future.